The human mind can operate at its optimum level if it is subjected to a happy state or happiness. And don't get me wrong, when I say happy state or happiness, I don't necessarily mean that it has to be a trouble-free zone. I'm going to explain it a little bit later. But for the moment, let me take you back. In one of my videos, I said your mind is one faithful servant under your command. Now, today I would like to elaborate that a little bit more. And that is why I have these drawings here. I think I'm going to explain this, and this explanation that we get from these drawings will connect us to what I will talk to you in a few minutes to come. So I believe these are the things which constitutes a human, a person. So every person is composed of these things. The ones that I truly understand up to this moment are these three. I believe a human is composed of a soul. A soul is you, it's me, it's him, it's her. Every person is a soul in this earth, in the whole universe. I think maybe it could be everything, even trees, I think, animals. They are all souls. And then we have the body. And I think the body is the means that we use to interact with the nature. Without the body, there would be no way we could interact with the nature. And the mind is the program which helps us to use our body to interact with the nature. And actually, this is now my very personal comment. When I refer now to the biblical story of how Jesus came into the earth as God, that he had to wear a human body in order to interact with us, I think in the very same manner that we as souls have to wear a body and interact with nature. I have to put the word nature here. And interact with nature by the help of a mind. So a mind acts as a vehicle, and this vehicle has to receive from you what is known as a will. So your mind receives your will, and it starts to condition your body to take you in a particular direction in order to interact perfectly with the nature. Get that in mind first, and then now let us proceed. So what is a happiness, or what is a happy state, as I meant? Some few people could mean that being happy or being in a happy state, it means that, encountering only good stuff happening to you from the morning to the evening. That is what they would call it happiness. For example, you have been hired in a job, or you have got a pay rise. These things automatically translate as good stuff, and automatically they make you happy because, they add something to your life. So, but what happens is that when something negative happens, then automatically it takes away the happiness from them. Now, let me go back to the statement which I said in the beginning. I said that your mind can operate at its optimum level if subjected to a happy state. Why does that happen? It happens because in this state, most of the brain cells that are responsible, in carrying out these activities to help your body interact with nature, most of these cells, they are being allocated to your will, how you want things to happen. But when you are in unhappy state, let's say you are sad, you are angry, you are depressed, then some of the cells in your brain has to be reallocated. Now, I don't know, sadness, maybe it comes from your body. I don't know where it comes from, whether from the soul or maybe from the soul. So some of your brain cells have to be reallocated to deal with that situation. And that is why when you meet someone in the morning and he speaks a bad word to you, it is very likely that you can spend the whole day thinking about that one event, and someone at the office can be talking to you about something. You may not even hear them talking to you. All you'll be thinking is, what did she think about when she said this word to me? Why did she say this to me? So most of your brain cells, they are now being allocated to address this situation which depresses you, and fewer cells now are allocated to your will. And as a result, only few cells do the work which is so big for them to handle. And in that situation, you should expect bad results. Now, let me go again to define what a happy state is. A happy state is, I like the way the writer of this book, The Power of Positive Thinking, Mr. Norman Vincent Peale, the way he explained the happy state or happiness. And he said happiness is a justification of a situation. The way you can choose to see the good side of every situation, even if it was a tough situation or difficult situation or a challenge, you can still choose to see the positive side of it. So, for example, if you have been rejected by your boyfriend or your girlfriend, instead of thinking about this rejection, you now remember that you have your mother, your father, your brother and father who love you for who you are unconditionally. Instead of being depressed when you have been kicked out of a job, you become glad that now you have been forced to stand on your own feet. When your friend has betrayed you, instead of being angry about this situation, you now become glad that you found out who he really is. So now you can be able to find a true friend who would really stand for you. So when you have reached this state of being able to see the good side of every situation that comes to you, whether it is a good or it's a bad thing, it will give that calmness to your mind. And when your mind has received this calmness, which I call a happy state, your brain will now understand that because he's happy, now let us relocate most of these cells that we wanted to assign them to a bad situation or bad event or bad thinking. Let us allocate them back to the assignments that we get according to his will, and they come. And when you get the maximum number of brain cells participating in a particular activity, this is when you get numerous ideas, numerous ways of overcoming something. This is when you settle. That's why they say, even when something bad happens, first thing you must do is to calm yourself. Calm down. Calm your mind down. Sit down and chill. Don't talk for nobody. Just sit and chill. Why? Because you want your brain to know that you're happy so that they can reallocate the cells back to the will, back to the assignment that it is supposed to do. So this is what being happy would do to you. Thank you so much. I think that's all for I have for you for today. You must remember, I gave you 3 facts. Number 1, I said your brain or your mind can operate at its most optimum value if you are in a happy state. But I reminded you that being happy does not mean that you are trouble-free, but it simply means that you choose to see the good side of everything that comes. I know it's hard, it's not easy, but you can still learn to do it. Anything that happens to you, you can choose to look at the good side, be thankful, and choose to be happy. And when you are happy, then your brain assigns most of its cells to your will and the assignments that's supposed to execute. And in this way, you should definitely expect to have good results. Thank you so much. I wish you a happy day. I wish you to have a happy state, and I wish you success in whatever you'll be doing today and the whole week. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.